Hi, this is Mr. Schneider, and today we're going to look at voting. Who votes, why they should vote. All right, so throughout our country's history, we've changed who could vote, who couldn't vote. Here's some of the amendments and the rules and the laws that have been passed. The 15th Amendment allowed people to vote regardless of color. The 19th Amendment, we finally gave women the right to vote. 23rd Amendment, we gave people that live in the District of Columbia the right to vote. 24th, we finally outlawed the use of a poll tax. 26th Amendment, the voting age was lowered to 18. And then the Voting Rights Act of 1965 banned the use of literacy tests. So just think about that. We didn't ban poll taxes and literacy tests until the 1960s, even though the Civil War ended in 1865. All right, it's a short video talking about one of those important amendments.
Women, we have spent decades fighting for our right to vote. So when you go to those booths and cast your ballot, remember, Warren G. Harding is way the cutest!
I kid. I thought it was funny. All right. So what do you have to do to vote? In Virginia, you have to be a citizen of the United States. You actually have to live in Virginia, and you have to live in the precinct that you're voting. So since I live in the Lorton Station precinct, that's the only place I can vote. You have to be at least 18 years of age by the day of the general election, and you have to register at least 22 days before the election. So even if you turn 18, like the voting this year is November 8th, if you turn 18 on November 7th, you can still register ahead of time. You just have to make sure you do it at least 22 days before the election.
And now, on voter registration day, an important message from The Late Show. Listen, you need to vote.
You need to vote.
You really need to vote.
You need to vote.
Voting is fun, and it doesn't cause nosebleeds. It doesn't cause nosebleeds.
It almost never causes nosebleeds.
All those people in 2004 already had nosebleeds when they went in there. Voting makes you strong.
Strong. I was strong enough to move my house. It's by the beach now.
Voting made my kids proud.
Proud.
My kids were really proud.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's kids were really proud of me.
Voting is powerful like a car, and good like a car.
Voting is planting corn that your babies can eat in the future.
Future.
All right. So just a little voter message there about making sure you get out to vote, register to vote. Well, not yet because you're not 18 yet. I'm up here now. All right. There are three factors we use to determine whether or not somebody will vote. Age, income, and education. The older you are, you're more likely to vote. The more money you make, you're more likely to vote. And the more educated you are, the more likely you are to vote. The people most likely to vote are senior citizens, generally over the age of 55. The people least likely to vote are people 18 to 24. Why do some people fail to vote? Lack of interest, failure to register, belief their vote doesn't count, no time, or they're busy. Some people they don't care. They have apathy towards the whole process.
Now here's a party I can get excited about. Sign me up.
Sorry, not with that attitude.
Okay, then screw it.
Welcome aboard, brother.
All right.
You're out.
All right, that's the last slide, guys. Thanks. A nice and short one. And again, we talked today about voting, why it's important, how we've handled it through our country's history, and why some people don't vote. All right, have a good day.